Hey guys, welcome back to Cajun Hard Talk. I'm Jake.
And Ross.
Today we're talking about Come Play from 2020. So grab a beer, grab a cup of coffee.
Let's talk horror.
All right, guys, Come Play from 2020. Looking at a runtime of
1 hour and 36 minutes.
awesome. I couldn't find the budget on this one. It's not listed on IMDb.
That's surprising to me. This was a theatrical release.
Yeah. Well, it was
it's
a
just
very
recent,
short,
but,
theatrical release.
No, it actually does not have a
The budget at all.
budget there. But
looked.
opening weekend, cumulative worldwide gross opened at $10 million.
$10 million.
Yeah,
Yep.
no shit. Not bad.
So, cast, we have Azzy Robertson plays Oliver. Jillian Jacobs plays Sarah.
I'm pretty sure it's Ashy.
I don't know.
I think it's Ashy. I think it's pronounced Ashy.
John Gallagher plays Marty. Winslow Fegley plays Byron. Jaden Marine plays Mateo.
Mateo!
And Gavin McIver Wright plays Zach.
Yeah. Three little fuckers.
So, plot of this movie, guys, is an autistic child. Oh, by the way, spoiler review. This is a new movie.
Yeah, it's brand new.
Spoiler
just
alerts.
came out.
We are going to talk about spoilers. Y'all know that. We always talk spoilers.
Yeah, it's pretty much what we do, so you kind of should know that by now.
Yeah, plot of the movie. But if it's not spoilers, then you know the plot of the movie.
Yeah.
So, autistic kid is being tormented by being from another plane
Yes.
of existence.
And they really heavily weighed on the fact that they didn't want to center it around the fact that it was based on an autistic child. It's not a movie about autism. It's
No.
just a movie that happens to have an autistic lead character.
Yeah.
And by the way, a phenomenal job by this
He did so good. Oh, he did so good.
He did well enough that I think he captured all the little idiosyncrasies and stuff and really did a true portrayal of somebody who's on autistic spectrum.
Yeah.
Someone who suffers from autistic spectrum disorder.
Yep, and they
He
didn't
did a
fuck
great
around
job.
with it either. They got right into it.
Oh yeah, they like, straight out the fuck, like no foreplay. This
No.
movie went straight the fuck into
there
it.
wasn't no meet the boy and the family and all. No, straight into Larry.
Yeah, fuck Larry, by the way.
Yeah.
Fuck Larry
Fuck
and everything
Larry,
about Larry.
yeah.
That shit was fucking ridiculous. They had some of the greatest effects in this movie that I've seen in a long time. They really pulled out all the stops of this
Oh,
movie.
they really did.
They did a great fucking job.
Some good jump scares.
Really good jump scare. I'm never going to be able to use that fucking face filter thing again. And
The
when I'm
tension
alone.
building moments are
That's
great.
fucking ridiculous. There's a scene where he has, of course, he has his tics. He has his things
Yeah.
with his hand where he's undersensitive, so he has to feel his hands whenever he's doing it, and he spins whenever he's nervous or frustrated or something like that. He has his little tics that he does. Well, he's spinning around with this camera playing, and he's got the face filter on this little skeleton face and it's on his face, which all kids do. They love the fucking faces when you see it in the camera, where in real time when it changes. He spins around, and as he's spinning around, it picks up a face behind him.
Yeah.
It detects a face that's not fucking there. Now, right away, right the fuck away, I'm like, nope.
No.
Fuck this tablet. This tablet's gone. It's going straight in the fucking trash. I'm never playing with it
I don't
again.
think it's a tablet. It's kind of the closet.
No, it's an electric Ouija board.
Yeah.
Fuck that tablet.
True.
It's an electronic Ouija board. He's using it to communicate with something that's not on this plane.
So, before he gets a tablet, though, the reason he needs a tablet pretty much is because these
being
three little
bullied.
fucks.
Which, you know what? I'm going to say they did great character development in this movie, because at the beginning of this movie, I fucking hated these kids. I remember we were watching the movie and I was like, I hope that Larry gets all three of these little kids.
Yeah.
Fuck these kids.
Yeah.
They're fucking with
Oliver.
they're fucking with Oliver because he's different.
Yeah, they keep
And
calling him a freak.
They call him Moaner Boner because he does he
moans.
moans, which I mean is a very typical thing of somebody who suffers
Yes.
from ASD. He's nonverbal autistic. So he moans a lot and makes noises where his vocal cords aren't, he's not able to properly enunciate things that he wants to say. So he has to speak to him and communicate through his phone. He has an app where he presses buttons and it speaks for him. And these three little dickhead kids, which, by the way, just a little side note here, real quick. If you're a parent and do not teach your children to show sympathy towards somebody who has a mental disorder,
fuck you.
You should have your children taken away from you.
Yeah. And you should be fucking fixed.
There is no reason that you should not teach your children basic human decency.
Yeah. Be a fucking decent human being.
Be a fucking decent person. They're fucking with this kid because he's on the spectrum. And one of them throws his fucking phone in the field.
Yeah.
This is this child's only way to communicate. And you just threw it in a fucking field. Fuck you.
Led him there on purpose, knowing that you were going to go fuck with him.
Yeah, they fucking told him to go, meet me in the field. I will be there in a minute. They're like, I can't believe he fell for it. You're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You know what? And fuck you. Y'all can defend them all y'all want. They're little kids and kids. You know what? My son would never do some stupid shit like that. Your kids wouldn't do crap like that.
If they did, I hope they fuck with the wrong person, get their ass whipped.
Yeah, totally fucking deserve it.
Because that's what comes. That's what comes next. You fuck with the wrong person and you get your ass beat, and you don't fuck with people no more.
Exactly. But teach your children basic human decency and have a little bit of fucking empathy for people who are different.
Yeah,
and exactly. I think an underlying message in this is about him and his loneliness and all the things that he's gone through in his fucking life.
I think part of the problem is too, though, it goes back to bad parenting in horror movies. But his mom, the little boy's mom, which they were friends in the past. The little boy's mom knew the little boy was autistic.
Yeah.
She knew he had difficulties, but instead of sitting him down and explaining the issues with him, she glossed it over.
Yeah, and she lied and made things worse and all. Don't lie to your children.
Don't lie to your kids, man.
Tell them the truth.
Kids can take a lot more than what we think they can.
Yeah,
especially when it's the freaking truth.
Yeah, they'll understand. You need to come clean. Look, you can sugarcoat shit. I'm not telling you you have to be blatant. Hey, motherfucker, stop doing that. But you can be real with them.
And there's shit you can lie about.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. But certain things like with the incident in this movie.
Daddy, why was mommy screaming last night?
She saw ghosts.
Yeah.
We're moving.
There was a spider in the tub.
That wasn't your mother. Wait, no. Oh, well, fuck. So...
Daddy, why were you screaming last night? I wasn't home.
The incident that happens, and see, this is where you grow with your character development, where you find out about these three little boys who are fucking with Oliver, who's on the spectrum. You immediately hate these fucking children because you're like just a piece of shit. You're gonna fuck with the little mentally handicapped kid. You deserve every bit of whatever the fuck you got coming to you. Later on in the movie, you find out that Oliver and one of these kids used to be friends.
Yes,
they used to be very good friends because the mother and the other little boy's mother were friends. And so there was an incident where Oliver, being unable to
express himself
socially like he actually wants to, apparently he got frustrated. He wound up hitting the other little kid. And when that happened, instead of approaching the incident with some form of, look, we need to sit down and make you understand this is wrong, don't do this. Instead, she goes, no, Oliver doesn't want to be his friend anymore. Yeah. So Oliver's mom...
And then turns around and tells Oliver that he doesn't want to play with you no more.
Yeah, so you're fucking with this kid. And she comes to the realization later on that she was being selfish and that was her. But when the two kids find out, like, no, our mothers have been lying to us, because the other little kid finally sits down with Oliver and he's like, bro, so what's up? Like, what happened?
We were friends.
And Oliver... And he kind of communicates with the tablet and everything, and they're talking back and forth, and they find out that, no, they both were cool with each other. It was the parents that apparently, Oliver's mom specifically, who had an issue because she's having very difficulties, which I can't imagine the stress and extra stuff that it would take being a parent of a child that has ASD, because I know there's going to be stressful times, which is why I give a little bit of sympathy to the mother later on in the movie, because when we watch the movie, there's a part in the movie where the shit's hitting the fan. Larry's fucking coming. Shit's going fucking crazy. It's too much for him to handle. So he starts doing his humming and his finger twitching and his spinning and stuff because he doesn't know where to turn.
Yeah, he has to do something.
Which, I'm sorry, if there's a fucking reason to freak out, I think this is it. There's a monster just climbed out of a fucking screen that's trying to kill us. I think there's a reason to freak out.
For a child with a condition who just a simple change in schedule could make them freak out.
This is some heavy shit going on.
This is some heavy shit.
Some really heavy shit. But the mom, and this is why I'll give her a little bit of leeway, because in a moment of frustration when all this shit's going on, she screams at him, "Can you just be normal for a minute?"
Yeah, that sucked.
When she said that,
we both said it. Fuck
you. Like, have some sympathy for you. But I will give her a little bit of a leeway on the fact of, apparently the father was not a very good father.
Yeah, he wasn't involved.
He wasn't involved with the kid. All the stress that was falling on the mom and all of her frustrations, it's not really at Oliver. It's the situation she's in. and she's having problems fucking containing it. And in that moment when she's like, it's at the end of the fucking line, what are you doing? And she just screams, can you just be normal for a minute? And do great job by Ashley Robertson. He stopped, and you could he broke down.
Yeah,
like emotionally, like fuck, my mom like really hates that I'm like this.
Yeah,
and I'm telling you,
it's my fault.
He hit spot on.
Yeah, you can see his face. It's my fault. It's all my fault.
Yeah, and then he does the which is SpongeBob, which is that's his comfort.
Yeah,
SpongeBob is his comfort areas when he goes with
a lot of people's comfort area.
Yeah, fucking SpongeBob.
So. I think that has a lot to do with the whole idea, the whole thing of her lying too. I think it was one of those things where he is her whole freaking world, right?
Yeah.
So it was almost one of those things where she can't afford anything extra in this right now.
And I get that because I think that the topic of loneliness comes up throughout this movie, and I think it's the mother as well as Oliver, because Oliver's the whole thing is Larry needs a friend. You won't be lonely if you take my hand. The mother's just as lonely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because she feels like she's dedicated her entire life to this child, and she mentions it several times in the movie that he won't even look me in the eye.
Yeah,
which is again a common sign of thing. Eye contact is very awkward.
They're socially awkward.
It's very awkward because of his disorder. So she makes the comment that he won't even look me in the eyes, and you could tell that fucking tears her apart because she's given everything to this kid, and she just wants him to be okay, and she wants him to love her, and she just feels like her back's against the wall. She can't do anything. So I understand her frustration. Granted, that's a really shitty thing to yell out to your fucking kid. Is, I wish you would be normal. Can you just be normal for a minute?
So let's go to the sleepover thing.
Yes, sleepover is great.
I have a problem with the sleepover for two reasons. The parents.
Yes, that was a horrible idea.
His mom for forcing him to have friends over when he's socially uncomfortable.
Yeah. Which I get, she's trying to expose him to it, but a sleepover is probably not
with 3 other kids.
Yeah, if you're
autistic kids don't do well with crowds.
Not just that, but if you're going to go that route, 1 or 2 people at the very most, and typically in a daytime setting, because a nighttime setting is more
routine based,
and it's also more personal. That's his me time.
Yeah,
that's where he kind of gets to reflect on his shit during the day. So having the mom bring 3 kids,
not just that. The other kid's mom, was it Jennifer?
Yeah.
You know that little boy pitched a fit and just bitched him on about having to go, and you made your kid go anyway when you know he's just going to go over there and be a mean little shit
and be a little fucking dick to this kid. Which they have been. These are the same kids that threw his fucking phone in the field earlier in the movie, and now they're at his house.
But then Larry comes over because they steal his fucking tablet.
Yeah.
It's his, dude, get your fucking hand. You're in somebody else's house. Why are you going through the fucking cupboard under the stairs?
And again, don't give me this bullshit of they're just kids. No, there's fucking boundaries. Teach your kids to respect other people.
Dude, they went in that cupboard, look like they were looking for Harry Potter.
Nice.
You like that?
Yeah, nice. I like it.
But they go digging through it. They find the fucking tablet, and they keep messing with it, even though he's trying to tell them to stop.
Which, even though he can't talk, it's very fucking obvious what he's trying to tell him.
Okay.
It's really painfully obvious. Like, no, stop.
Yeah.
Like, he's grabbing for it, and he's...
So when you start reading the creepy fucking story and the first light bulb burns out,
stop reading the creepy story.
That's called a clue.
Stop reading the creepy story. Well, who keeps?
There's no way to finish that story.
Look, I'm telling you, if you go down to the basement and you pick up a Necronomicon, the first time a lightning bolt strikes up, the book's in the furnace.
Yeah.
I don't care if we're reading. Bye.
And I'm in the truck.
Yeah, no, we're leaving.
We're going to the house.
We're fucking leaving.
There's no fucking way, dude.
So this, they touch on a lot of topics.
Wait, so Larry grabs the little shithead boy.
Yeah, he does.
It starts to fucking choke him out.
Push him in a fucking corner.
Yeah, starts choking him the fuck out when the mom runs down, which the mom slept through a lot of screaming.
Yes, she did. And you would think she would be a very light sleeper considering the elements that are at her house right now. You think any little noise...
Consider how many times that little boy walked outside by himself.
Yeah, there was a scene where he walked away from the fucking dad and he was gone for
in a parking lot
for a good 5-6 minutes where he was gone. And the dad, where'd you go? Like,
playing with a fucking laser pointer.
Yeah. Motherfucker,
like
he's been
fucking DC sniper.
Been gone. Like, what are you talking about? How'd you not notice that? Right? You're in a fucking...
Then tells him you need to be more careful.
What? No. You're in a 4x6 cubicle with your son and he leaves and you don't notice? How unaware? How fucking unaware? Yeah, fuck you. How unaware are you that your autistic child walks out in the fucking parking lot and you don't notice?
Look, this is going to sound like a really shitty joke, but y'all know we had dark sense of humor. Yeah. We're watching this movie, so he brings Oliver to work with him because he doesn't believe the mom that Larry's real. Yeah. Which the mom, Larry's like the fucking most helpful poltergeist ever.
Yeah, he is. He's really good, guys.
He changed all the light bulbs.
Changed the light bulbs for
fucking
mom.
5 seconds. Yeah. It was fantastic.
He's great.
Which was a really cool scene.
Yeah.
It reminded me of The Sixth Sense whenever the mom turns around and she turns back and all the cabinets are open.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it reminded me of.
It was really good. Really well done.
But he takes him to work, and he's like, man, you're doing his job great. Okay, that should say something about your job, homie.
Yeah, a little bit.
Your autistic son's doing your job fine.
Your job sucks.
Your job sucks.
You need to get a better job and be more supportive of your fucking family.
Yeah.
You're a shit dad, which, he grows to throughout the movie.
Yeah, he does. He really does.
Okay.
It took his wife to die, but...
It took...
she's not dead.
Missing.
Yeah, we'll talk about
that later. They touch on also the topic of, because they mentioned it during one of the story readings when they're talking about the technology and everyone's no one face-to-face talks anymore because everybody's
on a screen.
Technology, which is really hard-hitting message that I think kind of went underappreciated
in this movie. Absolutely, yeah.
It was something that was really...
It jumps out at the end, though. It jumps out at the end.
At the fucking end, it does jump out. He jumps out.
Yeah. Yeah,
very much so.
Because while you're being lonely and looking at the window, which is the screen of your tablet or your phone or your computer or whatever, Larry's looking back.
Was it before COVID started? Because we kind of
he must love Pornhub.
Oh God, he must, because there's virtual reality. They look right at you. It's great.
I'm just thinking, how many lonely people watch Pornhub every day?
Yeah, Larry could climb out of fucking Pornhub.
Right?
There's probably Larry porn out there, and that's the fucking thing I don't want to search.
We're going to search it later.
We're going to search it. For the love of God, do not look up the live-action SpongeBob porn. It's terrible. It's horrible. Don't look it up. But
of course, because your friends send you a fucking link, you're going to click on the link.
Yeah, you have shitty friends. That's your fault.
So no.
Well, anyway, what I was going to say is before the pandemic started and all this crap, the realization of, yes, we have this great technology at our fingertips. We do all this fucking crap. Yes, it's amazing. Yes, I play on my phone a lot. Yes, we're always involved in technology. Before COVID, Jay and I used to play a game whenever we'd have lunch or we'd go somewhere. You put your phone on the table face down, and the first person that looks at their phone has to pay for everybody's lunch.
Yep.
So if we had a group of friends that's for us, there's 4 phones in the middle of the table. You're not allowed to look at your fucking phone.
Yep, we had an hour of conversation. We just shot the shit.
Which is nothing wrong. You need some of that. You stop hiding behind a damn screen and have some face-to-face fucking conversation.
And that's something I've been trying to do with my family even lately. For supper time, no TV.
No TV, no tablets, no phones. Sit down and have a fucking conversation. There's nothing wrong with that. And yes, I know we sound like old farts. So get off of your tablet, you youngster. No, just have some fucking interactions, guys.
Yeah, get to know your kids.
Yeah, you don't need another virtual girlfriend. There's women out there.
So, back to the sleepover. All I could think of was, could you imagine when the lights started blowing out?
Yeah.
If you find out that the mom had found out that the kids were picking on her son and planned all of this. So when they started reading the thing, she just started setting off fucking snappers on the fucking light bulbs.
Like, keep fucking with my kid.
That'd be fucking amazing, dude.
I'd have been okay with that, actually. If that had been a reveal at the end of that, it was like, oh, what, liar? That was me. Stop fucking with my kid.
Yeah, like she yanked the fucking cable and pulled the table across the room. When that table moved, I'd shit myself.
Oh, God, dude. It's fucking, I'm done.
Especially, I'm 32 years old.
I would shit myself now. These are kids.
I'm 32 years old. I'd have shit myself.
These are fucking kids. Now, in shock, because all of the kids are like, I don't know what the fuck just happened. I don't know what this is. I can't see it. So when they ask him what happened, one of the kids says, Oliver did it.
Yeah, the freak did it.
He said the freak did it. He's a kid. And
fuck that kid.
Okay, I get his reasoning behind it. That was not the way to go about it, homie.
No.
That was not the way to go about it at all.
In fact, if that was my kid, I'd have smacked him right there.
Just for saying that,
in front of God and everybody.
Nobody reacted. None of the parents reacted to that except for Oliver's mom. He said, excuse me? And all the other parents were like, we're going to go now.
Yeah.
Your kid just called my kid a freak.
It'd have been freaking instinct, dude. My kid would have been like, the freak did it. Bam.
Yeah.
Oh, who's a freak?
Yeah, me and the dad's fighting at that point. Yeah. Like, fuck you. You're going to teach your kids some fucking respect.
That's my kid. I'm smacking him, and he's going to stay at their house the rest of the night. Ghost or not.
And see, that's why I talk shit about the bad fucking parents in here, because you're not teaching your kid to be a decent human being. There's no reason
I'm scared to don't be an asshole.
Don't be an asshole.
I told my kid that like the day before yesterday, don't be an asshole.
Stop doing that. Because you're not teaching your kid to be a decent fucking human being. Because when your kid calls another person a freak, you're supposed to go, no, we don't say that.
Fuck that.
Fuck that. You don't say that shit.
I gotta say, there are a lot of really dark shadows in that house.
I think that's really ominous in horror movie settings where you got to have those really dark fucking shadows that you can step into. There's no dark shadows that way anywhere I've ever fucking lived.
Dude, no.
Because, there's a corner. The light doesn't reach there. There's a lamp there.
Yeah.
There's a lamp there now. It's standing the fuck up. I'm going to see that corner.
I'm pretty sure we turned all the lights off in the studio. It's still lighter than that.
Yeah. There's some
that
deep
house was fucking deep in dark shadows.
Yeah. If you live in a house like that, you're just asking for shit, especially when your kid has an electronic Ouija board.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. By the way, that thing very reminiscent of, and I don't know if they pulled from motivation for this from one of the SCPs, but there's an SCP-096, which is like, it's a creepypasta type of thing. It's an evil monster and crap. It's called the Shy Guy, but look him up. He's very, very similar to the character that they portray in this movie as Larry. Very, very similar. So I'm not trying to say they stole that idea. I'm just saying it was something that was potentially something that was similar.
And maybe it was inspired by it.
Well, yeah, and I think it's very possibly it was.
You get to the scene where she goes to the dad's house, though, and like he doesn't believe her. How about bringing him to Jennifer's house and let him see the little kid who's fucked for life?
Yeah, that kid was like, okay, I'm done now. I'm just going to shut the fuck down.
I had a teacher who was a Vietnam vet. They kind of sat at his desk like that.
It's Drew Taylor. Have you seen things?
Yeah, just staring forward, just kind of rock. You're in the middle of taking a test. You look up, he's just kind of rocking a little bit.
Yeah. So, and this kid, he's so freaked out because he got grabbed by the damn monster. He got grabbed by Larry and fucking he's about to
choked.
Oh yeah, he's about to get fucking killed. It's like, this motherfucker tried to kill me.
It's so like 3 days later, he's got dark circles under his eyes.
Yeah, he's like, he hasn't slept.
Like shit.
He's just horrible. He looks like a little mini crack addict.
He looked like was it the Droopy Dog, the cartoon?
Oh yeah,
that's what he looked like. Like his face was fucking like sagging and shit.
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah,
and he's freaking the fuck out because something he couldn't see just grabbed him. So he's sitting there, he can't fucking talk anymore. And Oliver, in his state, which he goes up and the only way he knows how to communicate is SpongeBob. He loves his fucking SpongeBob. That's one of his fucking go-tos. So he pulls up and he knows exactly which episode. I don't know if he caught that. Yeah, but it was like, I know exactly what the fuck I'm looking for. He goes to the episode, goes straight to the fucking timestamp, and
tells him I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. He's trying to say I'm sorry. Squidward trying to say I'm sorry to SpongeBob, that's Oliver trying to apologize to his friend in the only way that he knows how.
Yeah. Which was a really touching moment, man.
Dude, they had some really touching moments in this fucking movie.
Speaking of effects, I like the rangefinder scene.
The rangefinder scene was awesome. Now, I was wondering how they were going to do it because I knew I wasn't expecting it to be visual because the laser stopping. Through them, yeah, it was just, it's not going to do that.
But if the laser didn't stop, how did it measure him?
It had to stop.
Yeah.
The laser stopped itself. What I'm saying is I
was kind of hoping to see the laser, like the dot move up towards him.
That's what I was wondering, but I don't think that would have fit right because you wouldn't have seen Larry himself, and you can't really tell the end of the fucking laser like that if there's not anything on the other side of it. So they did it with the numbers, how far away it is, and he's looking at the thing and it sees, and you hear the fucking footsteps of Larry walking towards him.
Right.
And
then he does the sticky hand.
The sticky hand. This is right after once he gets really close enough, you see his hair blow. Yeah. And you hear the breath from Larry. So he's fucking there.
And we all had them little fucking cheap ass 25-cent sticky hands. When you walk out the grocery store and those little turn dial machines.
Yeah, they stopped sticking after like the first 4 things you stuck them to.
Not just that, you put that thing in your pocket one time. It's just covered in lint. It's nasty and shit.
But he swings it out and it sticks.
It sticks to Larry.
Nothing.
Yeah,
it's Larry. It's just in the middle. It's like, oh shit. That was an amazing effect. That was a great fucking job.
Especially considering the first couple times he doesn't hit anything, and then when he does it again, it sticks.
Yeah. See, if he'd have done it I think it was more effective that he didn't hit it the very first time that he swung it because he's trying to find him. He's trying to.
Another aspect I like the fact that they kept adding to the story.
The story was developing over time as the movie went along.
Yeah, and it's pretty much they had to live out the story.
That were added to it to where you had to reach the end of the story for all this shit to end.
Yeah, dude, and then you get the scene where the dad's driving home, and Larry's in the back of the truck.
Yeah,
and then Larry's gone, and then Larry's in the fucking truck with him.
Yeah,
that fucking scene was legit,
dude. They did and you know what?
But you know what? Larry didn't kill him.
No. He wrecked the truck, but he didn't kill him.
He didn't kill him. He didn't kill the little boy. He didn't kill him.
Didn't kill anybody.
He killed the mom. Well, technically.
I mean, did he though?
You didn't see her face at the fucking end, homie.
Yeah, I did. That's our face.
It wasn't alcohol.
Yeah, it was. She fucking like shriveled up and shit.
She did.
Like she just grabbed the fucking the chalice from Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Okay, I was going to the ring.
Oh yeah. I can see that. But so we can say that he killed the mom. He wanted, and Larry's thing was, you hold my hand and you'll never be alone again. So he wanted Oliver, and he told the mom that through the tablet. I'm gonna take him. Like oh.
You know what annoyed me the most though, and they did it in the short that this movie is based on.
Yeah, the original short was in 2017. It was called Larry. It's about 5 minutes long. It's definitely worth the watch.
Oh,
obviously, it got a fucking theatrical release.
It made both of us jump.
Yeah, it did. I mean, that's something you wouldn't fucking expect. And I'm not going to ruin that one for you guys. I want you guys to go watch the original short. Show that some love.
And in both movies, they do this thing where he ducks down under the desk.
Dude,
there's windows all around. All he has to do is walk around and see you.
I'm sorry, homie. I'm gonna die like a man. Don't be a grown ass man and hide behind a counter. You're just like, fuck it, I'm about to die. Oh well, there's a monster. There's nothing I'm gonna do that's gonna stop this from.
You're gonna know I was there.
Oh yeah. What's that? Monster blood. Yeah, I'm taking some swings.
Yeah, the invisible fucker might creep up on one. He gonna limp back home though. Yeah. Fuck that. No way.
I'll smack a ghost. Don't fuck with
me. But Larry looks like Slender Man and Gollum from Lord of the Rings had a baby.
Yeah, that's fucking wild.
I kept waiting for him to grab Oliver and be like, my precious.
My precious. Oh, one of the biggest triumphant moments in this fucking movie, this big fucking character development point that I thought was so fucking amazing and really touching and at the perfect fucking moment. Oliver's first word.
Yes.
Throughout the movie, they're trying to slowly work on his words and his vocalization. I can't talk. I can't even use words. His vocalization throughout the movie. He's got a speech therapist and he's going through it. He's trying to work on earlier in the movie his F's, where he's trying to make it happen. He kind of starts making the fucking noise, but he's struggling with it. And at that point, too, I think he saw the frustration in the mom's face and it made him shut down.
Yeah.
Which you got to celebrate those small wins. If you make the sound, fuck yeah, dude, you're doing awesome.
Yeah,
keep it
great
going,
job, dude.
Keep it going. You got to celebrate every small win that you can fucking find. And Oliver's first word at the very end, whenever he realizes that Larry is he's feeding off of the electricity. So he realizes that the way that they need to go is they need to get away from everything electrical, all the lights. So he starts doing his F, and you're like, oh, come on. What is it? What are you trying to say? And he finally yells out field, and I'm like, God damn it, that's fucking, it was great.
Yeah.
There's one of those triumphant moments where it's like, man, that's how you become a fucking hero in a movie like that. Like, that was fucking great.
The other triumphant moment, which was supposed to be a beautiful moment, that gets fucking wrecked.
I already know where you're going. Because
when he looks her in the eye?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's a beautiful moment. He finally makes eye contact with her. And her fucking face shrivels up into the crypt keeper.
Yeah. It's like, fuck, I never should have looked at her.
Right? Like, this poor kid, dude, like, it's going to sound terrible, but when autism is the second worst thing to happen to you,
right?
Mentally,
after fucking watch, you're fucked up for life after you watch your mother shrivel the fuck up,
dude.
And see,
especially when she sacrificed herself for you.
The most heartbreaking moment is in that moment. That's when Oliver finally accepted the fact that she loves me.
Yeah,
she really truly does love me.
And it kind of makes you believe for a split second that he's gonna let her go.
Yeah,
because she tells him we both want to take care of Oliver.
See, but you know what? They redeemed themselves. They did redeem themselves. At this end right there, when he finally he gets this triumphant moment where he screams field, they go to the field. Larry follows him to the field because of those little jackasses in the beginning of the movie that threw his phone in the field. There was a source of electricity from the feed off of, which is why he's running so fucking quickly at these kids because he knows he doesn't have long. He's running. He hides behind a fucking tree. Oliver's finally like, fuck it, I'm going to take your hand.
Yeah.
Whatever. I guess there's nothing else I can do. So he goes to take his hand, and the mother steps in and takes Larry's fucking hand. She says, I'll be your friend. And I thought that he was going to actually vocalize I love you too before it all went down. He was trying. You saw the fucking love trying to come out with him when he was trying to vocalize it. I'm kind of glad they didn't.
Yeah, it'd have been too much.
I think it would have been overboard. It would have been a whole bunch more. It wouldn't have been as believable if they would have pushed it that far.
But yeah, so Larry just grabs her and skull drags her fucking ass through the woods.
Yeah, just drags away, and he's just sitting there. And again, dude, this fucking little kid is an amazing actor.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, one day this kid's winning like some major. Yeah. He's winning some major awards.
My question is, how did he fit her through the phone?
Did he drag her through the phone, or did he drag her through one of the? Did he drag her somewhere else where there was another screen to drag?
No,
her
he drag her straight back to that tall grass.
Okay, I mean, maybe it was more like a disembodiment where he pulled her soul out of her body.
He came out in multiple screens at the same time. Earlier you saw him come out like one arm came out of a phone, one arm his back came out of the TV. Yeah. His leg came out of a laptop.
It's possible, but of course Oliver's just and I'm sitting here. We're watching the movie. Me and Jay. I'm like, what the fuck? This kid's just in a field by himself. His dad's in the hospital. His mom just got drug away by the devil.
He finally got a friend, and he's about to go into foster care.
Yeah, like he finally got a fucking friend, and now he's got no one else.
That was my thing, because I'm like, as they're going
dark.
My first thought was, everybody just thinks she ran off.
Yeah.
That's what they do. They think she just hauled ass.
They think she just left.
She's missing.
Well, like I'm just going to abandon my autistic child in a field.
Yeah.
Oliver, son of a bitch, just got dark.
I do think it's cool that the other little boy and Oliver, they kind of make like a losers club kind of thing where They take a pledge where nobody's going to ever play alone again to where Larry can't come back for us.
Yeah. And it was very reminiscent of the Losers Club from Ed, to where it's like we have each other's backs, where we vow to always be there for each other.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. Oliver finally found his friends. He's kind of getting that acceptance.
So it shows him in bed and his light flickers.
And you're like, oh, fuck.
Right? And then he follows the fucking flashing light.
Oh, like, fuck, they're going after the dad? He's probably fucking lonely.
Right? So he walks downstairs and you hear him laughing. And I figured it out right away. It's the mom. The mom has found her way back to him.
It wasn't a surprise. Once you heard his sounds of glee from downstairs, and it wasn't moaning and sounds of tears. Which, by the way, we completely stepped over moaner boner.
Yeah, we did.
What the fuck?
Fuck those kids. We said fuck those kids enough.
Wow, you kids are horrible.
So you see the mom. The dad pulls.
The dad pulls out the phone, and he's able to see the mom through the phone because you can't.
But you don't see her face.
They're not showing you her face.
No,
but Oliver has come to the realization that
that might be why he's crying. He might have saw her face.
His mother sacrificed herself for him.
Yeah,
he knows that she loves him, and in the afterlife, she's still there, picking him up, swinging him around. She still wants to be there with him. She's almost. I want to say she's. I don't want to use the word she's at peace.
Yeah,
but it kind of seems like she came to peace with herself from all the resentment. She kind of came to that self-realization of I've been really selfish. I'm frustrated. I don't know where else to turn, and she owned that shit finally.
Yeah. Okay, so here's my question.
What's the question?
Is she dead?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe she's dead.
Because I was wondering, is she dead, or
did Larry recruit her,
or did Larry drag her down to the upside down? You never watched fucking Stranger Things. You fucking suck.
Yeah. No, the other realm. Kind of like they share.
Because if she's there, what the fuck is she eating? What is she subsiding on?
I mean, she's dead. She's probably just a ghost.
Okay, so is Larry a ghost?
No, Larry's more like a demon. He's more demon-esque. I don't believe he's a ghost.
So why would she just be allowed to come play with her kid?
I mean, it's a horror movie. Supernatural things happen in this fucking movie. I mean, you got.
So why can't she climb out of the TV?
You want her climbing? She does later on in the ring.
True. True. She does kind of like some more.
Clean out that motherfucker.
Yeah. Dude, it's just that when you see, it goes from the image of like her looking down at him and then him looking up at her, and when it goes back, her face goes ah.
Yeah.
That scene fucked me up.
He's giggling. Oliver gets his fucking piece. The dad has this fucking heartfelt moment where he cries, where he finally comes over. Yeah, she's gone. Mom's gone. She's not coming back, but she's there, and my son gets to see her again. He got to see her again, a glimpse of her through. Which, by the way, we touched over the different realm where he occupies the same space, but we can't see them.
Yeah.
And Oliver explains it to him in the fucking movie because they can't figure out what's going on. He takes 2 pieces of paper and he draws Larry behind on.
If you ever seen Stranger Things, he did the 11 thing.
Oh, I've never seen Stranger Things. But he draws Larry on one sheet and he draws himself another one and he pulls him up to a picture to where you can see the light makes the pictures come together.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how he explains, which, I mean, he's a fucking genius if you think about it. He really is. That was a smart fucking thing to do.
All right. I don't want to, we probably shouldn't do this, but this is the first new movie we've done in a while.
Okay.
What's the current Rotten Tomatoes score on this? I know, guys, we said we was leaving Rotten Tomatoes alone for a while, but I'm really interested to see.
I don't know. I'm sure they had early viewing and shit, but it's probably not going to be that much. That's a lot lower than what I thought. This, and look, it's only been rated
435 times.
Yeah. And it's only got a score of 66. That's the audience score.
100 times almost. 96 times for tomato.
96 times has been almost 100 votes for the tomato meter.
And it's 55.
And it's 55%, which is a little bit above half, which is... This was a fucking fantastic movie.
I love this fucking movie.
This is a movie I'm going to watch again.
This is the same fucks that gave the Babadook like a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Dude, this movie had great... There's really not much I could bitch about in this movie because even the stuff that we talk about, fuck those little kids, that was a story-driven part.
Yeah, and even then there was a thing called character development.
Character development, they did a lot of stuff. Even Aggie Robertson spent a lot of time around people on the spectrum and doing a lot of research for this. And he actually saw an interview that they did with him. He's a very, very heartfelt child, really fucking sweetheart of a kid.
Yeah.
And
then the director,
the director's wife actually is involved in the autism community.
Yeah, she works with a lot of autistic kids.
They do a lot of great things for the autistic community. So his world's kind of been surrounded in that for a long time. So he kind of gets to piece together bits and pieces of the way that someone with ASD actually
processes
different aspects of life the way that we don't process things. So is a very good representation of the main character with autism. It has very strong undertones with the loneliness, with the technology things. It has great fucking jump scares. It has original monster reveals. It has a lot of built up tension. I can't really say much for score because there's really not much score in this movie.
The only time you noticed the score was when it went away before a jump scare.
Yeah, when it got really super quiet and you knew something was about to happen. All of the actors in here, because he would do, bravo.
Yeah, because he would. Larry would do that thing when he walked and it sounded like my fucking knees when I wake up in the morning. Yeah.
But all of the actors in here did an amazing fucking job. They really sold it. You really got. You really felt close to all the characters that did this. You really felt sympathy for the mom. You really felt empathy for Oliver.
Yeah, because when and then like we said, when she went off on him out of frustration, I had so much empathy for this kid. I was like, dude, fuck you. Yeah,
you leave that kid alone.
Yep.
Like he's going through enough shit right now. So where are you going?
Oh, I knew you would catch me first, bitch. That's what I was about to ask you.
Oh, haha, gotcha.
We by the way, we score 0 to 50 because we're assholes. I'm going with a 45 on this.
I'm actually going with a 47, dude.
47?
There's nothing I can take away from this movie. I'm really sitting back trying to think of what, and I'm someone who completely fucking bitches about CGI.
Yeah.
This is the proper use of CGI.
Oh, yeah. Larry looked great.
This is where CGI comes into fucking play.
Yeah, Larry looked fantastic. Here. I wish there would have been more.
It's CGI from a digital standpoint. Yeah. It's all about technology and shit. This is where CGI comes into play.
For me, I wish there would have been more invisible Larry, moving shit, doing the Poltergeist game.
And see, I'm okay that he didn't.
Okay.
I liked the subtleness of you're not really sure if he's there or not.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times when like, okay, there's a ghost in the kitchen because this movie shot all around the kitchen. You didn't see or hear or know anything about Larry. He was in that room the entire time with that kid while he was playing on that tablet, and you didn't fucking know about it until the face fucking caught him. And he's just in the background like, oh, shit, how long has this motherfucker been
right?
and
apparently he's been watching you for a fucking while.
Yeah, fuck Larry.
I did like the scene whenever they were breaking the tablet and you can see from Larry's point of view.
Larry's perspective on the inside of the tablet with the dad.
Looking up through the window.
He's looking up through the window where he sees you, where the story reads is that he sees you through the window, and he'll be able to come through the window if you allow him. And the dad, who's swinging a hammer like a little girl.
Dude, holy shit.
Sorry, sir, but you swing a hammer like a girl.
Yeah. That was terrible.
That is my bitch for this movie. Learn how to swing a fucking hammer.
The mom was hitting the tablet harder than he was.
Yeah. The mom shouldn't hit it harder than you.
All right. So
Giggity.
Find us on YouTube, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Pandora, iTunes, TuneIn, Google Play Podcasts, Spotify, and Amazon Music Podcasts.
We be everywhere.
Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe. If y'all listening to us on a platform that doesn't allow comments, feel free to message us at CajunHorrorFans@gmail.com.
Do all the things. Get involved in some discussion. I legitimately love this. I fell in love with this movie from the first time I watched it.
Yeah.
It's really fucking fantastic. It's well done. And this is also one of those great stories like Lights Out.
Yeah.
I love independent films that are so good they win awards and they capture people and they're like, oh no, we're gonna make this a full fucking movie out of this. Yep. That's a great idea. I love those underdog stories. Always have. This perfectly done. I could not have asked for a better movie. I'm so glad we watched it.
I'm actually looking forward to a second watch on that.
Yeah, because I know for a fact we're going to find something that we didn't notice the first time whenever we watch it a second time. So this is going to be a movie that I am going to watch multiple. And also, this is actually a horror movie, which is a rare thing that I'll be able to watch with my son.
Yeah.
I could actually watch this with my son. It's not this over-the-top fucking shit. It's PG-13. It's a little rough and scary, but my kid loves all the fucking scary shit.
But if you want to do a PG-13 horror movie, this is where you do it, not in a slasher.
Yeah, no, a slasher genre, it doesn't fit
Looking
as
at
well.
Happy birthday to you, or Happy Death Day
to you.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Happy Death Day and Happy Death Day to you.
I liked Happy Death Day, so I'm not going to talk a whole bunch of shit about it. However, Happy Death Day to you went. You know, Sharknado 6 has time travel.
Yeah.
Why this Happy Death Day? No, fucking.
I'm just saying. I think Happy Death Day would have been a lot better if it had been an R rating.
I think
they
so
had
as
a lot
well.
of opportunities to show some pretty sweet ass gore.
Yeah, and see, not a lot of people.
And it wouldn't have been gore for gore's sake. It'd have been cool.
No, you want legitimate fucking gore because you're watching. She gets killed over and over and over again. You could have seen so much different.
That's what a lot of people went for. And see,
a lot of people went for that, and the thing of it is in that situation, you could have got away with a lot more than you could have got away with in any other situation, because the fact of it is she wakes up the next morning.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what you do to her. Nobody's going to leave that theater and be like, oh my God, did you see they killed her like this and this happened? Doesn't matter. She's fine the next morning.
Yeah.
She woke the fuck back up.
Yep.
They had a lot of missed opportunities in that movie, which we're going to be doing that one for Groundhog Day in 2021, which of course, Bill Murray movie. This is Bill Murray's slasher film. That's what this is.
That's pretty much this.
Fucking great.
All right, guys, we're out of here.
Bye.